Hello and welcome into a very special edition of Full Sail Live. I'm your host, Scott Kirk, and I'm joined by a very special guest next to me. We're kicking off summer the right way. It's none other than Michael Petite, a top standout baseball prospect in the upcoming class of 2023. He's a UAB commit, and he's playing summer ball for the FTB Phillies Scout team. Michael, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
So, I mean, you've had a great weekend here, and you've had a great baseball career. Last season, you led Melbourne and your district in virtually every offensive category. Home runs, stolen bases, RBIs. I mean, am I missing anything? Like, that's a lot of categories. So who are some people that really helped you along the way?
Well, I'm going to go first with Bruce Bell. He was my very first travel ball coach. He was the first person to, ever really believe in me and tell me that I could take the game as far as I wanted to. So he was probably the number one guy. Number two would probably be Coach Lucius from Strikers. He was a big part of my childhood to preteen years of baseball. He kind of took his time to really develop me into the person I am.
So what exactly did Coach Bruce Bell tell you that really helped you believe in yourself?
It was more of his actions of not letting me give up on myself. Of course, he told me, I could take the game as far as I wanted, and, practicing will just make me better. And of course, I took everything and applied it, but him really not letting me stop when I wanted to.
Why did you feel the need to stop at the time?
Well, when I was young, I wasn't really all that at baseball. I struggled. I was actually kind of small for my age, at least. And I don't know, I couldn't figure it out. And he took his time. I would go to practice. I would go to extra hitting lessons. I did everything I had to do to get to this point.
I mean, it's definitely paid off. PerfectGame.com has you listed as an outfielder, an infielder, and also a right-handed pitcher. They've got you playing everywhere, dude. You're a stud. So tell me, what out of all of them, what is really your favorite position to play?
It's definitely going to be outfield. I love center. Center's, I feel like the general of the field. I kind of can see everything. Everything's right in front of me. It's kind of like catching, but just all the way out there.
Yeah, no mask or anything.
And well, the reason they got me listed as a right-handed pitcher and as also an infielder, I used to play infield up until 15, and then my coach at the time told me that my speed was being wasted in the infield, which I understood. I could cover a lot more ground in the outfield, and so I made that switch and haven't turned back since. Pitching is something that I turned away from probably my freshman year. I think I really let it go, but I would love to get back into it.
And when's the last time you pitched?
I pitched at a showcase the other day just to see what I had, and I had a little.
Here on the Phillies Scout team, what position do you primarily play?
I play center.
So center field. So you've been on the Phillies Scout team for a little over a year now. We've had so many countless prospects play for this team. Highly touted guys like Alex Bregman, Bo Bichette, a couple upcoming draftees in the 2022 draft class, Elijah Green and Drew Jones. So what has your experience been like playing for the Phillies?
It's honestly been crazy. I've been surrounded by a lot of amazing talent. Like you said, Elijah Green, Drew Jones, those are one of the top players in their class, and they're going to be the face of baseball one day. It's kind of like a brotherhood and like a family out here. The coaches do a really good job of bringing everybody together and keeping positive energy in the dugout. Making sure everybody gets along, making sure everybody feels like they have a part.
How did playing for the Phillies happen?
So I was playing with one of my local travel ball teams, and we were playing 5-star. Everybody comes and watches the 5-star games. We were a nobody team, but we ended up playing them and beating them. And I think I went 3 for 3 that game with a triple off the wall, and Tim Rock was there, which is the scout for the Phillies now. And he saw me, and we exchanged information. I was originally going to play with the Giants because the Giants didn't have a 23 team at the time, so I was going to play with 22s. But FTB really wanted a 23 team, so They departed from the Giants, went to the Phillies, and here we are.
And it's definitely paying off. So what are some things you're really looking to show scouts this summer?
Just that, really that I'm electric. I can do anything you ask me to do. I'm here to play. I don't like losing, so you're really gonna get my all every time we step on the field.
The coolest thing about the Phillies is that a lot of scouts come and watch you guys play, whether it's you or people you're competing against. So, you know, when you see a scout is in attendance, what are some things you do to kind of stand out differently?
Just really the little things. Scouts come here because they know you're good. That's kind of really how it is. They know who they're coming out here to watch. They know what you can do, but they're coming here to see you make mistakes. They're coming here to see you pop up and walk or not run to your position or walk to your position or yell at your teammate. They're looking for anything that you could do wrong, and they're just gonna take it and turn the page. They come out here for hundreds of kids a week. You're just another kid.
What are some personal experiences you've had with scouts?
Well, personal experiences, I can say that I've built a really good bond with my UAB coach. When he first reached out to me, he was at USF, and he showed big interest in me. He was super friendly, and that was something that I really liked. Like, he reached out, and it wasn't always a baseball. Like, we didn't always have to talk about baseball. He came to me as a friend, as a figure. So it was really nice to have somebody call and check on me that wasn't just wanting to know how baseball was.
What was his name?
Coach Kunkel.
Going into your senior season, it's pretty important, not just socially, but athletically for you as well. The only difference is that you are committed, unlike a lot of prospects in the class of 2023. So what was it about UAB that really made the difference besides Coach Kunkel?
Well, really their whole coaching staff. They did a really good job of making me feel wanted and making me feel like that was going to be my new home. They made me feel like I was needed. So it was something that I really appreciated and something that I took into consideration when it came time to picking. Also, a big thing for me was, what do they have to offer school-wise? Like, my big goal has always been to study my body, so sports medicine has been something that I've always wanted to do. I want to know how to properly take care of my body and then also my teammates, so I can keep us all healthy throughout the season and do whatever I have to do to help them as well as myself. And UAB has sports medicine as a course, so I felt like it was a perfect fit for me.
Why do you think that UAB needed you?
You know, they really wanted me to be a part of what they were building. And I felt like they really felt like I was a part. I could fit the part that they wanted.
And, you know, the Dragons are getting a great player. Again, the offensive numbers you had last year at Melbourne were insane. What was the biggest difference that changed everything for you?
Well, a big thing was I knew a lot of the guys from growing up in that area. A lot of those guys I've played with my whole life, and they're some of the best baseball players that I know. Everybody has that brother bond and that family mentality, and we all play for each other, not only, and just not for ourselves. Everything was about, okay, what can I do to move him over, or what can I do to get on so he can hit me in, or we all played for each other, and I felt like that was the big thing that helped us go as far as we did.
Michael, I can tell already, you're going to bring so much fun to the game of baseball. So my final question, for any UAB fans that might be watching, what are you going to bring to the Dragons?
Just a whole lot of energy, really. That's my big thing I can offer. I feel like I give my all every chance I get. So I try to keep everybody up and positive and in the game. So that's all you're going to get from me is energy.
Michael, you're going to bring a lot of great things to the game of baseball. Thank you so much for joining us today on Full Sail Live. Until next time, I'm Scott Kirk.